And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. I still couldn't read at that distance. Even if it's 17 times larger.
Jeez.
I'd be stumbling over myself.
Stumbling. We need a sing clap.
Yes. And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
I feel like I was supposed
Perfecto.
to say no
Nope.
rhyme or
You
reason.
weren't supposed to say anything else.
No.
That was magnifique.
How was your week?
It was a hell of a week. Yeah, I called it Hell Week. That's what I told my therapist. Because it was my task to make sure that 9 songs, close to 9 songs, were done in 5 days. And so I wrote about 10 because I wrote, 2 songs every single day for the past 5 days. And spent about 5 hours every day. So that is a 25-hour work week. So basically, I wrote my entire album in 24 hours.
True.
Yes.
Like how you
Take that, Lupe. One up, you nigga.
Yo, I like that reference and or callback. That it does seem about that way. Yeah. Well, I can't say the same, but I am significantly further in my album writing process. I think I got at least 3 songs done.
Do you need the juice?
The juice?
Yeah.
What juice?
The sauce. That's what it took to write that many songs in that many hours.
Oh, the sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't need the sauce. There will be no coherent thoughts. I just need the, like you were making fun of me the other day. I just need the water.
The water.
That I don't necessarily want to get in.
Maybe the sauce. Maybe the sauce. No, okay, so this is my routine. All right, I'll break it down. So my routine was I'd get up.
Start
I'd
drinking.
get my coffee.
Drink it immediately.
Coffee.
Irish coffee.
Coffee. Starbucks. And and I would, get adjusted. So I would watch a little like YouTube or something, just kind of get my mind in a flow state. After I would also meditate.
You
so
almost
get
got
my
a
mind,
sound drop, but I can't use that sound drop anymore.
Oh yeah, get my mind in a flow state because they nasty. They nasty. Anyway, get my mind in a flow state, and then I would take every moment to really like focus in. I also recorded this entire process. Newsflash for anybody that's listening to this or even watching this later. I don't think I'm gonna keep this in YouTube, but anyway, newsflash for anybody that will see the behind the scenes at some point. I recorded my entire writing process, but most of the days, I did not have any audio for the music. So it's just me mumbling for about 2 to 3 hours on film. Every song. It's interesting without any backing tracks. So, like, I learned the hard way that if I was playing my songs or my instrumentals, it wasn't gonna work without voice meter, our old friend from back in the days when this podcast began.
Boy, voice meter, our old nemesis.
It's not a nemesis.
It's a nemesis.
It's a helper.
It was a nemesis.
I just don't want to have to use it.
You cussed it out every time you used it.
I love voice meter for what they do.
That is a toxic relationship.
Yes, it's abusive. You're right.
You on your end, you were very abusive to voice meter.
Voice meter. Voice meter is not very friendly as a helper, even though it's a great tool. So shout out to those voice meter software developers out there. And everybody else out there developing open source software like OBS, which we use to record. Shout out to you all. Because you deserve all the cakes. And what kind of cakes, though?
Okay. Hey, that's why I was like, why are you giving them strippers?
Yeah. I mean, but if you're a software developer, you're probably not going to get any cakes unless you're flashing some dollars. So it just is what it is. Chicks ain't looking at you. I'm just saying. Anyway, the point is, my nemesis, voice meter, and friend. My Nimma friend.
Nimma friend. That's new. Put that in the zeitgeist. Nimma friend.
My Nimma friend.
My Nimma friend. It
voice
sounds like something
meter
you say down south.
Wasn't on and wasn't connected to the audio software that was playing my instrumental, and therefore it wasn't recording the entire time. And I didn't find this out until I decided that I was like, hey, maybe I should live stream this. Didn't live stream it because my body told me no. And I'm glad I didn't.
But, yeah, you would have, yeah. But I mean, it does make it a more interesting edit because, like, you can post edit.
Yeah, but now I have to, like, voice over it and all this other stuff. And
you still got your...
try to line up instrumental if I want the music there. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, to your delivery. Okay, now I get what you're saying. Like, because my thing was thinking, and this is all production talk, but fun, creative stuff as we try to build our brands and stuff. I was just thinking cutting the audio out and like cutting in every now and again. But I also had you rambling in a corner the way you said that. Like, there was no music, so all you hear is me mumbling.
I mean, that's basically what it is, right? If you take the music out, it is just me rambling in the corner until I find the right syllables and words. And that's the process.
But I bet yours still look funner than mine.
I don't know about that.
Oh, listen. All I'm doing is sitting in the car, and like every now and again, I'll like look over. There's the ocean. Right. Sounds pretty warm. Comparatively.
I don't know. Anyway, let's get into our stuff today. Today, we're going to do some double Black Thought.
Wow. Never asked how my week was.
Yeah, I don't care. How's your week?
It was good overall. Trying to, like I said, I didn't get as many songs done. I think the biggest thing is betting on me. And I think, you talk about that with me a lot in terms of just kind of giving myself the same kind of energy I will give to others. Yeah, production talk. But that's been the week. Is like
turn into production, TJ.
Is trying to just be better. And as an artist, to not get in the place where you forget, like, to kind of organize your life. A lot of the things in terms of making this transition to coming up here and doing this podcast in the way that we can do it now was in doing better, not, falling to old habits and this, that, and the third. So it's been a week of like change and self-realization, all while like pushing this album forward. And each of the songs have kind of developed in a way that I'm very pleased with because it's increasing the workflow. So that's all, guys. Been a pretty good week. A lot of self-therapy, self-help.
So I think the way for context, right? The way I see your journey here is that it's the first initiation step of a dramatic shift in the way you approach your work.
Right.
And what I felt like hadn't connected yet is that shift. So you made it here, but I think in some ways kind of kept some of the old habits.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, anybody's like transitional, well, not anybody's, but my personal transitional phase is like taking it to that next step or that next level of not only intensity, but just so often workflow and trying to figure out stuff and trying to balance all these things seems difficult, but it's not as difficult when you just put everything into the proper context.
Not when you're a robot like me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when you put everything into the proper context, it's not that hard because all you're effectively doing is kind of, scheduling yourself. You would do it at a job. My sister said something to me on the phone the other day. She was just like, go as hard as you would for some job you working at.
Right.
Like even if it's a job I don't care about.
And
like
you feel compelled to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you feel compelled because they are requiring you to do this and to give you money. So imagine you're your own boss. If you were to give yourself money, how would you feel if you showed up the way you show up for yourself? It's a weird, like, meta
that was the most
type of question, but
I didn't know Dr. Phil was sitting across from me.
If you were clocking in for yourself, what schedule would you put on yourself? And would you be upset if you didn't adhere to that schedule as your own boss? You have to step outside of yourself in order to answer that question.
If I was my own boss, I am, but in this meta world, like I'd probably have me in a lot of therapy. Like there's something going on with you.
Yeah. I think everybody needs therapy though.
I do too, but that's another thing. Like, BetterHelp, if you want to sponsor us, just
they're not gonna do it.
Do it.
They're waiting on us to get to like 500,000 subscribers, and
the bag got to be different. The bag gonna be real different. Just know
it's annoying the amount of like kind of low grade sponsors I get on my channel. It's just like, not to say that everybody's low grade. I'm just saying, like, I get a lot more trash than good connections.
Understandable. But
anyway,
let's get into the meat. My bad. I just realized I was like, whoa. Long pause. But let's get into the meat.
You said it again.
Wow, I did. Let's get into the thick of it.
Okay, so our topic today is our lovely friends Black Thought and Danger Mouse have come together. If you know The Roots, then you know Black Thought. He's one of the lead performers in that group. And super producer Danger Mouse, if you know That Make Me Crazy, then you know Danger Mouse's music. They've joined forces for a new collaborative album called Cheat Codes. The album is due out on August 12th via BMG, so a kind of big semi-independent label over in the UK. Features appearances from Run the Jewels, A$AP Rocky, Raekwon, Michael Kiwanuka.
Keep going.
I'm making sure that I give his name proper due. So slap my hand if I need that. Joey Badass, Kanye the Machine? Conway the
Whoa.
Machine. That's going to be an interesting edit. And the late MF Doom. So I'm really excited about Cheat Codes. The due date is August 12th. I'll be at the dentist that day. I won't be available for August 12th. I forgot about that appointment. Anyway, that's production talk. But yeah, I'm excited about this album.
I mean, it's one of the goats that, like, I think is the most underrated goat. Period. Who has never dropped a bad album.
So the first song that we're gonna react to, and you're gonna see this if you're watching on YouTube, is Aquamarine featuring Michael Kiwanuka.
Okay. Well, no, no, that can give
See?
a completely different vibe.
Just let me do my thing.
I was saying because I can't say it. I'm gonna let you do the thing for sure. You got it.
And so we're gonna kind of listen, react to this. This is your first time hearing it, so that'd be a great first perspective. And yeah, here we go. Aquamarine by Danger Mouse and Black Thought.
Everything's burning down when I close my eyes and think enemies all around. I don't understand.
All right. So this is one reason why I don't like it. It's not anything against the hook or the quality of the hook.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like these kind of dreamy, airy hooks I'm just not a fan of.
Well, just different. I like those, but those are like.
I know.
Oh, I love that
Because
like,
you are dreamy and airy.
very much so.
Kirby.
Proudly.
Kirby.
Man, this is just one of those like. The thing that lets me know a song is good or not is whether or not I start song constructing, and like or flow constructing. Because in this one, I'm like, ooh, this like this will be great to have a really cool cadence, and it's like it's gonna breathe through, and like they'll hear it because it'll match with the beat, kind of thing. So I'm a fan thus far.
Of course you are.
We go from Lyra to Libra, from cold water to fever, to World War III, from the treaty signed in Geneva. The biology teacher said we used to be amoebas. The neighborhood preacher said we emerged from the ether. We converged from urethra and struck gold, Eureka. The morning star, Tariq, I was born to be a teacher, whether scorpion or the frog. The nature of the creature is to evolve. Though it's the savage beast we truly are.
This man's
That lie, bruh.
this man's like I just don't like the hook, but everything else, like this whole entire look. What line stuck out to you?
The scorpion and the frog. Like, you have to know the parable to get it,
Yeah.
but God, man, and I guess quick story for those of you who don't know. It's literally just a parable about my nature is this. You should trust that my nature is this. Or I guess I'll say it even more
The
simply.
scorpion is gonna be a scorpion,
Yeah.
and you should trust that the scorpion is gonna do scorpion things.
Yes. Or I was just gonna say, like, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
It's basically the whole point of that line in terms of.
I really thought you were gonna give some meat to that parable.
No, I did. Well, because I was trying to like make it simplified, and then of course the whole when someone shows you who they are, believe them, like was lost at the time.
Yeah.
But it's here now,
Okay.
so I did all right.
Okay. Yeah. Go look that up. If you don't know that parable.
It's I wasn't
Scorpion
gonna
and
tell y'all the parable. The parable is like too long.
Yeah, Scorpion and the Frog.
My words should be studied up in Berkeley and Juilliard. All my bars is hard as solid gold bullion. My name in the Quran like the kingdom of Suleiman. You done lost your mind trying to call me a Mulion. Cause in 215 with folks fight depression and wives pack protection. Lives lack direction. I'm a king, I'm dipped in God's black complexion. Survival of the fittest is the natural selection now.
I'm a king. I'm dipped in God's black complexion. Sick. This man's is dirty.
Bruh.
He does the pen dirty.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, how? Like, it's over 20 years.
I mean,
Is it not?
You mean, what do you mean? Meaning?
In terms of being this consistently good. Like this consistently, like
when you got it, you got it.
Jesus. I mean, I get that. I really do. And soon you guys will see that. But I really, golly. Black Thought is, I mean, top 5 that I like.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Bear down on the scene like I'm Saladin. The stone courage of steam is Aquamarine. You mask how you really feel like it's Halloween when they ask how you really feel about my machine. In the class that I'm only in, alien, horsepower like a Mongolian, trying to find soul again, but my thoughts corrupt the files and contaminate the console again. It's a shame, but I cannot complain, though I am not the same. My bandwidth is a canvas cut from his frame. When I present ideas naked and unashamed, it's handwritten in Sanskrit on a 7 train.
That was a deep one. It's handwritten in Sanskrit on the 7 train. I like that. Because you don't see that type of iconography and calligraphy on it's like holy text on a gritty, like kind of dirty-ish technology piece. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, yo, this is holy and it's the streets at the same time.
It just feels, I mean, like, it just feels like life. And I think I really love the essence of this track.
Yeah.
Features, hustling nicks a reefer, the tussling with the reaper, sensory deprivation to ultimate synesthesia, freeing our brother's keeper from teeth of another creature, breaking and entering to the theater, the search and seizure is the birth of genius, somewhere between Earth and Venus, at her convenience, even non-believers make prayers, haters and naysayers is buried in cake layers, I take day as a blessing and see the night as a lesson, twilight is a message for me to write a confession, the matrix, a dominatrix seeking to be served, ever patiently waiting.
What'd you catch?
It's just the whole structure of like a going through the day and just kind of breaking down from night to twilight.
From what part?
So when he's talking about somewhere between Earth and Venus. At her convenience, even non-believers make prayers, haters and naysayers is buried in cake layers. And then he starts his run of, I take day as a blessing and see the night as a lesson. Twilight is a message for me to write a confession.
Yeah.
And it's the entire day of like storytelling. And I always like, as you move through different things, I've used metaphors like that when I say things like insomnia is my best friend. And it's just saying like, I be up, I'm writing. And so like this connection to different times of the day and the way he puts it is something that I think as creatives you just kind of start getting.
Could you say that it's slice of life? It mimics the storytelling that gives you a piece of what the artist is actually experiencing in those moments. Speaking of slice of life, everybody go check out the new video on. Stop pointing to stuff. I'm gonna throw you out the window.
You're gonna have fun with that.
Yes, that edit is gonna be fine. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, so go and check out Icarus Gray's Slice of Life video on his channel where he breaks down anime. Anyway, so yeah, like just having that slice of life information within a verse makes the verse a little bit more tangible. This is sometimes why I have an issue with Lupe's lyrics. It's not because he doesn't make things tangible. It's just that things seem tangible as a fictional story, not a reality, right? So this is Tariq's reality that he lives, right? I'm up in the day the night is a lesson, twilight is, and, you know, and I'm confessing to this message or whatever, and like that grounds the lyrics. I think when I'm listening to Lupe, I'm kind of listening to a fictional story. And I was thinking about this point yesterday. It's like, why do I see Lupe the way I do? And it's because it's like Lupe is J.K. Rowling, and Tariq is like a documentary to me.
I can see that. And I guess because the only reason I would look at Lupe like a documentary is because I live in that same space of trying to, you just living in a metaphor or in the different aspects of writing. And as you said before, it can just disconnect from people sometimes because like you don't know this imagination or the world I'm creating. Like, even if I'm vivid, it doesn't mean that the emotional context is something that you'll
right. There's rarely a statement that's made where it feels like this lyric is Lupe.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And even though he's hyperbolizing his life, it doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? And sometimes he bounces back into it and says his personal take on it. He'll give you his perspective or his opinion on it, but he won't come out and say, like, I did this at this day and time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep it.
With the demons we deserve, better be willing to pay with every dream that you deferred. If the vehicle should swerve, learn to lean into the curve. After working up the nerve, almost equal in size, I walked around with the iron for any wrinkle in time. I paid a piece of my mind for every nickel and dime, but never less than a 5 and never slept on the job. A killer crept on your squad, yet never left the garage, where your God was close enough to see the flesh of his eyes. Get to the button and press it's what the message advised. What's the threat behind the vest is where the testament lies.
Everything's burning down when I close my eyes and look at enemies all around. I don't understand
Got any final thoughts about this record?
Danger Mouse production is immaculate.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Like, for the types of albums that he's done, the variety of songs that he's done, it all fits. Like, it creates some image that, like, is artistically or beautifully showing the artist in their fullness. Like, so whether it's Gnarls Barkley, whether it's MF Doom, whether it's Black Thought, I feel like you see the purest form of them.
I think it's textured. It's like a heavy-handed oil painting that has the layers and the bumps and the grooves, and you can see the brush strokes in it. I think that it feels as if he records, or at least like goes from electronic to tape, and goes to some textured sort of recording process in the thing. And he takes his time with projects as well. It takes many years for a project to come out from Danger Mouse or his collaborators, and so I think that the technique is what's most important to him, and the process is important as well.
Final question. With your feelings about like the dreamy, airy hooks, would you have just like taken the hook out and like let the beat breathe a little bit more in between the verses?
I'd probably just reduce some of the reverb on it.
Oh,
I wouldn't have made it as airy. It's not quite a technical thing. You know what I mean? Like, it works for this song, so I'm not really complaining about it. I just I don't always like the dreamy effect, because the duality of dreamy and grounded verses, they don't play well with each other all the time. It's almost like it lays you back, but then it gets you to sit up again. And I don't know if that up and down is a good basis for a song that I would prefer.
I like that explanation. And
Better.
now we go into go mouth.
No. That's not what it's
not
called.
that.
The next record we're going to listen to is No Gold Teeth. Also, of course, by Danger Mouse and Black Thought. We just wanted to continue this run. This is the first record that we listened to from their project that's coming up. And we said we were going to talk about it, but haven't gotten into it until now. And I think it's appropriate time because by the time this comes out, it'll be the 12th. So I like our timing on this one. Look at the universe playing its games. Anyway,
Don't say that. That sounds like a chorus.
yeah, it could be. All right, so we're going to listen to this, kind of break it down and see what our feelings are about these verses. We'll be looking along. You'll be watching the video and us react to the video as if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not watching on YouTube, go watch it there. Let's go. So far, both videos have been black and white, by the way.
I like the aesthetic, and I think they're going for like it's kind of like a black and white graffiti. It's kind of what it gives off to me. In that most,
I don't know what that means.
So it's artistic. It has this. They have done a lot of montage, like quick montage photos.
Okay, so so they're flipping through a bunch of different images and things of that nature.
Yeah.
In the last video, they flipped through a bunch of images and layered them on top of the video, but they also like had this weird, this kind of motion blur effect on Tariq's face, and it changed almost every word or phrase that he would say, and that had a really significant impact on the visual that you're watching. So it's visually pleasing to the eye.
Wind at my face, hand at my heels. At the end, I'm winning this race. Only thinking I chill with children. Don't ever try to stagnate the magnate. When it's money on the line, never make the bag wait. I just add weight to the bag until a bag break. That holy swag make the cash get the gas face. In the first place, I got no motherfucking business coming in last place. My birthplace taught me not to stop. I'm more advanced than my classmates. I came into the game on a fast break, and I'm gang like Billy Bathgate. The protagonist, and I narrate in the same slang that Philly has. I can't stop. If I don't work, then I won't eat. Time keeps running like a river, it don't cease. In the mind of a super nigga, it's no peace. Can't stop running like I'm ducking from police. Stop. Coolie how they try and do me like Cochise. The flow so obese, it's springing a slow leak.
Yo.
The Cochise. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be that.
Sounds like something I have to look up now at some point. I don't know much about this. I know he's Native American. That's a story, and sounds like he's murdered somehow. But I might have to look that up.
You know what I did? I just thought about the double XL freshman list and thought, oh, maybe that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, that's definitely how you pronounce it.
Oh.
Did you not watch the video?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I saw the thing, but at the same time, I don't think I like hearing
just
a robotic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cochise.
Saying it sounds so. You know, it's like you're listening like serious on me. Like, y'all be saying words.
No. The pronunciation is better on there than it is on like other older robots.
Oh no, true. What I mean to say is like there's this. You'd be like, okay. The same way they be like
with a grain of salt.
Yeah, because you know there are certain things like back home that they'll be trying to say that is probably right because they'll be like Kavanaugh. I was like, no, it's Kavanaugh.
Yeah, I get it. Right.
So,
They
that's-
don't necessarily have the regional
But I like the callback.
context. Word.
Crowd satisfied, bringing them cold heat. I'm gratified, grinning, bling, blinging, no gold teeth. Yo, stop. You know them cameras is gon' see. My hammers ain't for brandishing. If cannons is on me, please. You ain't
Yo,
fucking with no
stop.
amateur.
Stop. When rappers who have a good pen talk about guns or like firearms in a certain way that's not like my 9, my 35, like all they just do a whole lot of saying numbers, or they do the brand. Mm-hmm. Like I like the hammer and the cannon as in, you know, photography flip.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really dope and very well executed.
Homie, Philly ain't known for cheesesteak sandwiches only. Stop, yo, I'm at the top where it's lonely. I got everybody mean mugging like Nick Nolte, but nah, I won't stop, won't drop, won't retire. I am my own supplier, selling goods to the buyer, the torch to the eye of the storm, it's on fire. The data translator, each journal chart higher. They requested my IG, I replied denied. Tell me I'm in the top 3. They ain't never lied. Stop fooling that Peking. The Paris with a ride. The cost 2 to 5. Them doors suicide. Testing.
He knows who he is.
I think that's also the confidence that I've always complimented your music for throughout the years. Is you know what you're trying to say, and you know who you are as an artist, even as like you evolve in terms of like different styles of songs you want to make. I think that's the characteristic of longevity in artists, is like when you hear them and you know they know who they are, and it's not like asking you for permission or like, hey fans, do you like me? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
And molding everything you do to the fans' will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, you rock with this or you don't rock with this, and I don't care either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think he knows who he is, as, you know, when he says that they tell me I'm in the top 3, they ain't never lied, right? So you when you know you're up there with the at the pinnacle of hip hop lyricism, then I don't think that a lot of people admit that. They say I'm the best, but they don't admit it in that way. You see what I'm saying?
No, they do it like, because there's 2 ways of doing it. There are the people who always promote sales as their like Billboard charts and everything else, but then there are like rappers say this all the time, but I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, and like that means more because it's that peer recognition, it's that peer understanding of, I know what it is that you're doing. Comedians do it all the time, where it's like the top comedian will comment somebody that you think is a lower comedian, but has like better crowd control, or like comedians that you think are trash by some certain degree or whatever. Like a lot of times, either people get JB Smooth or they don't. And I think that in terms of like GOAT level, in terms of people that like mention him and the rooms that he's walked in, that's kind of that, not comparing Black Thought to JB Smooth in that level, but in the era of you're just effortlessly this and everybody earnestly knows it, but you know, because you're not as, I don't know, I mean, as mainstream, I guess, in terms of like your delivery, because even with their hits, they don't stop being themselves.
Yeah, I think Black Thought is undeniable in his skill level, and that's what he's admitting here.
Gonna be your suicide, no matter which corner of the globe you reside. 215, dumb shit aside, when it comes to the job getting done, what am I? The God of the microphone, praise the Lord. Anybody disagree with me, then rage your sword. I'm Agent Orange, poisonous amazing poems, and the band keeps raging on. Listen to me, I don't stop, no, I don't quit, yo, I don't stop, yo, I don't quit.
I have a problem with that. The end of that verse.
What?
Because you write so many great bars in the rest of the thing, and at the end, you in your last like kind of 2 bars, you're just like, I won't stop, I don't quit, I won't stop. And I get it, right? What he's saying, he's hearkening back to hip hop, but it feels like if you're gonna run across the finish line, run it strong.
But I also think that this is like direction you giving me. Like a lot of times, like I will pack as many like, and you just like, just no, it's okay, just no, just end it, just end it here.
But you don't ever end it like this. You don't ever end it on a weak note. And this is a weak note to me. Our comment section is gonna go on flames right now, but
but I guess if you juxtapose it to, because we just finished talking about how sure of himself he is, and then like
that's my point.
Immediately, the line before, and I guess like coming off the line of saying like, hey, if you want to argue with me about it, we can rap. Like let's like if you want to do this, let's rap.
I'm just saying, if it's 2 bars, just finish it. Just finish it, dog.
I mean, he gave us what, 32? A solid
Give
32?
us 34. Give us 34. Finish it strong. All right. So I'm saying this from experience.
Okay.
I just wrote an entire album in 24 hours. I know.
You know what?
Every time I get down to the end, this is a rapper thing, because we do this every time we get down to the end, and it's been an exhausting rapping session, and I can see how exhausting writing these bars may have been, even for a seasoned person. When you get down to those last 2 bars, sometimes you just want to phone it in, and this is that. And because I'm a lyricist, I don't know if I can excuse that, because I didn't excuse this when I wrote an album in 24 hours.
You know what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Which of the 2, obviously it will be No Gold Teeth, that you like better?
Yeah. No Gold Teeth, hands down, I like it better. Even though there's no real hook or anything like that, I think that as a song, it's not a song. It's just a rap. But composition-wise, I think it just hits better.
I think for me, it would be
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
The other one.
Mostly because Gold Mouth, or No Gold Teeth, I don't know why I keep trying to call it Gold Mouth. Gold! Gold finger! But Aquamarine is more digestible in a way of, like, the bars are more cleanly laid out, whereas I feel like No Gold Teeth is the Lupe-ish style of, like, you got to kind of go back rapping, and you got to go back over it and kind of like break down the different lines. I mean, he's direct, but in the way that Black Hawk raps,
you're showing off. You're flexing.
Yes.
You're flexing. And it's different, right? The other one is a song. And this one is flexing.
So, yeah. So I think I lean more to the composition. Like when the flex, like I listen to the flexes, like I listen to Mural and everything else, but like when it's a song that I can like, I get it, or I can get like pick up a new tool and add it to my toolbox. I'm more appreciative of that because I know like when a person is just rapping, there's nothing you can do with that. And what I mean is that's them being their most authentic self. A song, we can all pick up something from a song, especially like lyricists who make great hooks and choruses, which the Roots have always done. I think they're the epitome of a group.
Don't pity me.
See? But I think they're at the top of their game because lyricism is a hard thing to make pleasing music out of, or at least that's the stigma. And they've never had that to me. I think they've always had that beautiful mix, and maybe it's because the Roots is a band, and maybe it's because they do a lot of instrumentation and orchestration behind their lyrics.
I think they make songs, right? So it's they don't make radio records, but they make songs.
They have made it, but I think they've all fit.
Not top 40.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I guess if it charts or if it hits the radio, which some of their singles have.
Yeah, early on, but they don't do that anymore.
All right. You know what? I forget that's my era of the Roots.
Yeah.
And so everything I just be listening to.
I'd play the Roots on college radio, but if you had me working in top 40, the program director probably wouldn't have chosen that.
Well, either way, I think that this album is going to be amazing. Should be out by the time this video comes out, so you should go and cop it. We will probably, well, not probably, we'll do an album review because this is a really cool collaboration. Why do I always forget words?
I don't know. You
It's
just
gonna
signed
be
me up to do a whole album review, though.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There's no way we're doing like 2 singles off this album and then like the album comes out and we're like, nah.
The timing, man.
I mean,
how do you come back with that? The timing's right. Yeah.
But anyway,
Production
if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you can be what?
No, you're good.
Oh, I got scared.
I was just trying to find a place to jump in and mock you. So
friends, how many of us have them? But yeah.
Because I just wanted to mess up your outro, that's all.
Thank you for being a friend. Hit the like button and subscribe again. Your heart is true. Hit the bell and notify on. And we be gone. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.